All right, good morning. So it is September 20th, and I'm going to be doing the Cranberry Lake 50 trail this weekend. I drove up here last night and crashed in the van, which I don't think you're allowed to do. So for the record, I didn't sleep in the van. I just laid there with my eyes open all night. So that's my story. But yeah, so this trail's 50 miles around Cranberry Lake, and it consists of a whole bunch of other trails that they kind of combined all together to make this loop. Yeah, so nothing left to do now but get the van locked up and get on the trail. All right, so we have a kiosk here at the trailhead, and it's pretty faded. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but here is where I crashed last night in the town of Wildness. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is pretty faded. It's going to be hard to see here, but I guess you can make out Cranberry Lake here. But most people doing my research go clockwise on this trail because if you go counterclockwise, this area here is pretty boggy and muddy, and so if you don't want to start the trail with your feet all muddy and wet, they say go clockwise. So that is what we're going to do, and hopefully we can. We're gonna have to do 17 miles a day to do this trail in 3 days, and yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so we are on trail, and right off the bat we get this really nice bridge, and it is just a gorgeous morning, just beautiful. All the fog is lifting off of the water. It's just beautiful. All right, so we finally made it onto a trail. If you're going clockwise on this trip, you're going to have a little bit of a road walk in the beginning, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty nice. Some nice lakes, and if you start your day early, you'll get the early morning mist off the lakes. And it was just a neat little town there. So the weather for this trip, I think we're getting pretty lucky, because it's going to be nothing but sunshine and high in the lower 70s. Just perfect hiking weather. All right, so I just passed two nice gentlemen who were out here bear hunting. Well, they were scouting for bear, but they had their rifles with them, And I kind of wish I would have brought some blaze orange with me, because I do not want to be mistaken for a bear. That is for sure. All right, so it is about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and we're about 5 miles in, and this trail is pretty flat. It's relatively flat, little bumps, little ups and downs, but nothing too crazy. So it's a decent trail to, you know, if you're in good shape and you want to do high miles, maybe you can bang out 225-mile days and do it in an overnighter. Or I'm going to split it up into 2 nights, so I just have to average a little over 16 miles a day, and then I could be done in 3 days, 2 nights. That is the plan, but as you know, plans can change, and I have to admit I am a little tired, and I'm only about 5 or so miles in, and I kind of wish I would have trained for this hike a little more. I kind of knew I was going to be hurting a little bit, but so we'll see what happens. All right, so it looks like we're coming up to a parking area here, and I believe we got a bit of a road walk coming up, but I don't think it's that long. Yeah, some people were nice enough to leave a couple walking sticks in case you forgot your trekking poles. All right, we are crossing a road here. I don't know what road it is. Looks like the trail goes down that way. Yep, we're going over this river here, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. All right, so we are on the road walk, and I have to admit that I am not a fan. This is not very enjoyable. You're pretty exposed to the sun, and got traffic whizzing by you, but I guess it's not that bad. We got a little bit of road walking, and then we'll head back into the woods. What do we have here? A general store. Yes, all right, this road walk's not that bad. Let's see what this old general store has. That is the best kind of beer collection. Ridiculous. All right, general store purchases. Fritos, cigars, I couldn't say no to this cookie, and a soda. So I signed the register here. So the map on this kiosk is actually much better than the one from the trailhead that we parked at from this little town here. So we did all this today. Here's that road walk we were just on. And yeah, this is where we're at now. And hopefully I got another 5 miles in me or so and camp somewhere around here. Or if I'm feeling strong, I guess we'll push on to here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so the last 15 minutes were pretty unpleasant. So I fell. I was filming the kiosk, and I was doing like a walk away shot. So I'm like walking backwards, And I trip over some boulders. Oh. 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 And I went straight down. And there was nothing I could do either. The weight of the pack just helped me fall. And then, whatever, my legs scratched up a little bit. But that's okay. Then I had to go to the bathroom, make a pit stop. And that's not a big deal. But always just kind of a minor inconvenience. And then, when I go to put my pack back on, I get stung by bees. So I got like, ow, my finger's like throbbing. I got a sting on my back. So they started stinging me. And I got a sting under my shirt on my back. And I'm like, and I tear my shirt off and I go running. Oh, God. So now, the back of my legs scraped up from falling. And I got 3 bee stings, because there's one on my forearm. But at least we're back on the trail from that road walk. And then right after I got stung, a fellow hiker on the CL50 passed me, and I warned him about the bees. So, all right. Nothing else to do but just keep on hiking. Right. That's a good idea. You could probably use this phone too for that.
Yeah, I worry about my phone battery. Yeah, and I guess it's held up fine. A little bit of flow to it. I think the campsite's probably right around the corner.
The campsite's here?
I think about 200 yards ahead from that.
I already had to dig a hole earlier.
Picnic table! Picnic table! Oh, hiking makes me enjoy the little things so much. Help yourself. Get some.
No, go ahead, buddy.
Spend some time if you need to.
I think I'll take a little break. I might push on though.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Oh, that's beautiful.
No widowmakers.
It's a beautiful Adirondack campsite.
That's your tent stake if you're wanting.
Sweet.
Oh, this is something, huh?
Damn.
What a day.
All right, so it's about 5:45, and I decided to camp here with my new hiking buddy, Tyler. So he was kind enough to let me know that he is a snorer. He does snore. And so instead of setting my tent up in the same campsite, I have my tent. It's not in a designated spot, but so here's the main trail here, and then I got my tent right over there. So here is the main trail, and I have my tent right off the main trail, and then Tyler's tent is back there at the main campsite, so I'm hoping that's a large enough buffer zone to not hear the snoring. So my leg is still hurting from that fall earlier, and here I'll show you. It's not that bad, but it doesn't feel good. All right, it is time for dinner, and I have couscous, quinoa with roasted red pepper and basil, and this is jambalaya. So I like to rip off the labels and then put them in the bag so I can know what's what. And I'm thinking jambalaya tonight. All right, Tyler, what do you got for dinner there, man?
Ramen.
Ramen?
Chicken ramen.
Chicken ramen all the way. Just one.
I'm a peasant.
I am a peasant. Is it just one packet or two?
Just one packet.
Just one? All right, nice.
I'm a little peckish from the exhilarating exercise of the day.
Gotcha. And let's see what mine looks like here. That'll work. That's a lot of food.
There you go. Carbs.
Yeah, man.
Gotta have them.
Gotta have them. All right, so it is 8 o'clock, and I'm ready to crash. I did have to hang my food tonight, which is always a pain in the butt, but I got it done. I've seen like 100 bear scats, so I'm glad I hung my food. But the only branch that I found that I can hang my food around here, there's like bear scat like 20 yards away. So hopefully when I wake up tomorrow, my food bag is still there. We shall see. But yeah, today was a good day. We did about 15 miles and was relatively flat. I'm not in trail shape, so I am a little sore, but it's not too bad. I fell on my ass. That was not fun, so I had to deal with that. I got stung by bees today too, and it's still hurting. I think the stingers are still like in my skin, and I don't have anything to get them out of there. So that's still hurting. But yeah, I had a nice hearty dinner, which was good, and some good company too. So I met this guy Tyler, and he's been enjoyable. This is his first long trip, so been having fun just socializing with him. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I'm gonna get some sleep, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, good morning. It is 8 o'clock, and it got chilly last night. It got cold. I don't think it got below freezing, but I think it definitely got below 40. But I'm glad I brought my puffy jacket on this hike. I didn't think I was going to need it, and I almost didn't take it, but I'm glad I have it now. So my pack is all nice and packed and ready to go. Tyler already took off.
All right. Be safe, brother.
Yeah, you too, Tyler. Later, man.
On the road again. I can't wait to try. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Hey, bear!
So I just kind of wanted to relax this morning and just drink coffee and just get a nice slow start to the day. I'm so happy right now. It just feels so good to be out here right now. It's cold. My hands are numb a little bit, but God, I just love the woods in the morning. My legs are a little sore from last night, but just getting them moving again, just the exercise of it feels good. And the woods are just beautiful everywhere you look. I love it. And I think all the coffee I drank this morning, I think that helps too with your attitude in the morning. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite parts of hiking is just getting packed up in the morning and getting on trail. And I don't know, it's kind of I can't put it into words. I don't know how to put it into words, but I just love it. So I don't know if a boulder can be interesting, but I find this boulder interesting. There's this huge boulder right here, and it's got some ferns growing up there. It's got like moss down there. It's got ferns growing all around it. I just think it's cool. Oh, these boulders are neat. They're huge. Whoa. All right. I have to climb and see what see what's on the other side of this. And these boulders here. Oh. Whoa. What is on the other side of this? Cool. Whoa. It's like a room of boulders just all the way around. Wow. Looks like that tree's just sitting on the rock. Just sitting on the rock, nice and peaceful, minding his own business. All right, so it is 1 o'clock, and it is a gorgeous day out. Absolutely perfect weather for backpacking. I am a little tired, I have to admit. I've been kind of just taking it easy, taking lots of breaks. Took a swim in Cranberry Lake, and that was awesome. That felt really good. And yeah, I'm just kind of moseying along. I'm really in no hurry. I want to get my 15-16 miles in, but I don't want to just put my head down and barge through it. And I'm just kind of sauntering, taking it nice and slow. And it doesn't really get dark until like 7. So I got time. I haven't seen Tyler all day. He's on a mission. This is his first long trip, and yeah, he's doing good. Seen a couple other hikers today that were doing the CL50, and they were going the other direction. So it's a fairly popular trail, I guess. I am enjoying it. So on this trip, I think I've seen more mushrooms than I've ever seen on any other trip. And I have to admit, I'm not that familiar with, you know, identifying mushrooms and all. So what I'm going to do is, you know, film them. And then when I get home, I will identify them. And yeah, and then maybe I'll even put them up on the screen when I edit this video of what kind of mushrooms there are out here. Because they're, yeah, they're really neat. All right, so this is a campsite by Dog Pond. So yeah, let's go check it out. All right, here is the site. It's not bad. No picnic table, and really nowhere to sit. No good sitting logs, really. But you know, you got your fire pit there. Looks like somebody left. Someone left their tent there. But wow, look at this. Whoa. Holy moly. All right, so we're having a late hot lunch today. So on the menu today is mashed potatoes, and these are wasabi almonds, which I can't stop eating. Those are awesome. But yeah, we got lunch with a view today. So before this trip, I was wondering if the Adirondacks, or this section of the Adirondacks, had any designated wildernesses. And I did a little research and I found out that they have wilderness areas and wild areas, but they're state run. They're kind of state wilderness areas, so they have a little bit of, it's a little different than the federal wilderness areas. So I think there's wilderness areas and then there's wild forests. And I believe in the wild forests you can do a little bit more, maybe like ride your bike or use like motorized travel and stuff like that. But I think the wilderness areas, the state-run wilderness areas here, I think are pretty close to, you know, the federal wilderness areas where, you know, no motors, no bicycles. So. All right, so we've been on the trail for about an hour this morning, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with my right knee. Does not feel good. I'm definitely going to be taking some ibuprofen later, but came across this really nice little waterfall here and a real picturesque wooden bridge, so it seems like a good place to take a little break. So the trail is down there. You can see there's a marker over there. And the trail's actually below. This is a beaver dam here, an old beaver dam. See the vegetation growing on it. And then up here is the beaver pond. All right, so it is break time again, and we are at Olmsted Pond, and it is gorgeous. It is so awesome out here. I have it all to myself too. It's so nice. I'm in the middle of the Adirondack wilderness by myself, by a gorgeous pond, and I don't see any signs of civilization anywhere I look. I don't hear any signs of civilization. And the wind's blowing a little bit. It's nice and cool. And the water's reflecting off of the lake. It's just gorgeous. I don't want to hike anymore. I just kind of want to stay here the rest of the day. Oh, it's so nice. I wish I had more time here because I want to swim out to that island so bad and just hang out on that rock island in the middle of Olmsted Pond. I would totally do that right now. If I can't. I just can't. I got to keep going. So I think next year I'm going to do a special trip. I'm going to drive 6 hours to get up here, and I'm going to hike to this spot, camp here, and swim out to that island because I want to swim out there so bad. Oh man. So here is another campsite at Olmsted Pond. Whew, and it's a beauty. Holy moly. You got access to the water right down there. It's really nice. That is one impressive beaver dam. Holy moly. All right, so it is 1:30 in the afternoon, and that section around Olmsted Pond is a little tricky. I got turned around a couple times, and I had to pull out my phone and look at my app. So yeah, the trails around the pond looks like they're still kind of working on them, so you can get turned around there. So anyway, I am feeling okay. My right knee's hurting, and that blister's a little bothersome on my right heel. But other than that, I feel okay. We got about 7 miles to get to where we want to get to tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll have about a 9-mile hike back to the van. And it kind of bums me out a little bit that I was supposed to get off the trail today, but that's okay. So the colors are really starting to pop. You got like some maroon over there, reds. That's almost like a pink right there. Yeah, it's just really, really beautiful. So this looks like a root system from this tree here that must have fell years ago, and then the roots lifted up, and then this tree grew on top of the roots from the dead tree. It's wild. I think the things I'm going to remember most about this trip are going to be all the mushrooms I've seen. All the mushrooms and boulders. I've seen the most interesting boulders and mushrooms I think I've ever seen on any trip. So this is a typical site of the water situation on the trail right now. There's a pipe there, and looks like this is, here's another pipe there. Looks like this would be a normally good flowing spring here, but they have had a really hot and dry summer up here, and it's all dried up, which is unfortunate because I've been drinking pond water for the past 2 days, and it's not the it's not the most ideal. Yeah, I've been jonesing for a nice piped spring with like ice cold water pouring through. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen on this trip. And the pond water, as beautiful as the ponds are, the water is it's not that tasty. Yeah, some sections of this hike are a little overgrown. It's not too bad. Just got to plow through it. All right, so it is 6 o'clock. And I think I'm done hiking for the day. We didn't get to where we wanted to get to. We're a couple miles shy, but not the end of the world. We're at a campsite here, and it's actually really nice here. So we got a picnic table right there. It's nice and flat, and then we got the pond right out there. Just beautiful. Beautiful campsite. All right, it is time to take the boots off and put on the flip-flops. Oh yeah, much better. All right, the tent is pitched, and I don't think I'm going to stake down the fly. It's not windy at all, and they're not calling for rain or anything like that, so I'm just going to leave it like that. That works. All right, so this is what's left in my food bag. Let's see, we got, those are soybeans, these are peanuts, and these are those wasabi almonds, which I freaking love. And then I've been doing a lot of peanut butter and tortillas. Just smash it together and eat it. Some goldfish. These are Lara bars that I didn't have any yet on this trip. I forgot they were in my pack. So I'm gonna eat them tomorrow. This is just Cliff Bars, Nature Valley bars. And then in here, just miscellaneous stuff, my Mayo or Mio, whatever, for your water. And then I got some Fritos there, some tea, some almond butter, and then there's the coffee. And then for dinners, I always bring too many dinners. So I got, what's that, couscous, quinoa, and then 3 different types of rice. So for tonight, do we want Spanish rice, cilantro lime rice, or taco rice? I don't know. It all tastes good because I'm hungry. Spanish, taco. I'm going taco. So here's a little tip. You want to get your fire going and you don't have decent kindling. If you have some Fritos in your backpack, light's pretty good. All right, so it is 8:30. I'm tired. I'm gonna crash. I have to say I'm a little bummed out we did not make it to where we wanted to get to today. We're like a good 5 miles short. But I don't know. I was just kind of taking my time today. We got to Cranberry Lake, well, one little section of Cranberry Lake, and it was just so nice. I just had to go swimming. It was so I spent like an hour there, and then just took my good old time. And then when we got to, what is it, Dog Pond, I just felt like having a hot lunch and just chilling by the pond. I had this beautiful pond all to myself. I just couldn't just walk past it, you know. I wanted to enjoy it. So that was like another hour, and then yeah, I just started slowing down towards the end of the day. Yeah, it happens, you know, and I'm not in the best trail shape, and my pack's pretty heavy. I'm going with my heavier tent. So, not the end of the world. I was hoping to get off the trail tomorrow, but I doubt that's going to happen. Unless by a miracle I feel really good tomorrow and I want to bang it out. But I don't see that happening. So, that's okay. We have to spend another night. It's not a big deal. I don't mind it out here. We've had perfect weather. Yeah, like this campsite here was just perfect. Like no bugs, no rain. It's not cold. It's not windy. It's just beautiful. I had it all to myself too. Just a really, really nice camp. So I'm going to get some sleep now, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, good morning. It is 8 o'clock, and we're all packed up, ready to hit the trail. I slept very good last night. Very good. It was really good sleeping weather. It wasn't too cold. Wasn't windy or nothing. It was actually really, really nice. Yeah, the Cranberry Lake was beautiful this morning. When I first woke up, I went down to the lake and just kind of hung out there for a little bit and enjoyed the morning. But so yesterday I did get a blister on my heel, and so I popped it and I put some that Luco tape on it. So hopefully that won't be much of an issue today. And I had squirrels or mice get into my food again, which seems to happen every time I do one of these trips. That is unfortunate. They didn't get much, but it is just rather annoying. So I am ready to hit the trail, and let's see how far we make it today. All right, so we got about 2.5 miles to get to our shelter, and I'm feeling okay. The ibuprofen definitely helps. And this trail it's wild. It really feels like you are in a wilderness. Like today I woke up, I didn't see anybody all day. I didn't hear a car. I didn't see a building. I didn't see any kind of man-made structure except for the shelter. And it's quiet. It's just quiet. It's peaceful. There are these beautiful ponds and like bogs. It's just really, really nice out here. I'm definitely looking forward to spending a night in a shelter. It'll be nice to not have to set up my tent, which the tent I have now is the MSR Hubba, and it's not hard to set up. But I do enjoy a shelter, and odds are we should have it to ourselves tonight, because what is it, Monday? It is a Monday night, and I haven't seen anybody all day on the trail, so odds are pretty good we'll have it to ourselves. So here is the campsite at Glassby Pond. It does have a privy, which is nice. Fire pit. And then you got the pond right over here. Right through here. Whoa. Glassby Pond. Oh, this is cool. This section here, it's real dark and spooky. Just a bunch of old dead logs everywhere with moss growing all over them. And it's overcast, so it's getting dark. It's just real spooky. I like it. All right, it's going on 6 o'clock. We got 0.4 to get to the lean-to for this evening. And then tomorrow, back to the van. We got 8.6 tomorrow. What in the heck is that thing? What the heck is that thing? Oh my God. That was so weird. I'm walking to the shelter. It looks like an army tank because it has the same kind of thing as an army tank down there. Wow, that's bizarre. What is that? So we're on the side trail heading towards the shelter, and I'm hoping there's nobody there. I don't know if that's selfish or not, but I haven't really talked to anybody all day, and it's been really nice. I kind of hope I I have my solitude for the whole day. And that is a welcoming sight at the end of a long, hard day to see the shelter appear through the trees. It's a good feeling. All right, so before I get all settled in and break out the sleeping bag and the sleeping pad and all that, I'm going to check out this waterfall. This is High Falls campsite. So, yeah, I want to check out this waterfall. I feel so light without the backpack on. Yeah, I can hike like this all day, no problem. Holy moly. Wow. Holy moly. Whew. Yeah, this water's freezing, but I just had to go for a swim. For you to survive, somebody made a bow drill and left it here at the shelter. That's pretty cool. All right, so it's about 8 o'clock and I am nice and cozy in my sleeping bag here. I am a happy camper because we got the shelter tonight. It's so nice to just be able to spread all your gear out and not be crammed in a little tent on the ground. So yeah, down at the waterfall, I went for a swim and got cleaned up, and man, that felt good. That felt so good. I wanted to swim all the way under the waterfall or like up to the waterfall, but that water was cold. It was really cold, so I was only in there for maybe 10 minutes or so, and I got washed up, and that felt really good to get clean. But I am having some issues. That blister on my right heel is pretty bad, and then my right knee is hurting pretty bad. just sitting here at the shelter, it was not feeling too good. So hopefully some good rest, and tomorrow it'll feel better. So tomorrow we have 9 miles to get back to the van, and then it's a 6-hour drive home after that. But that's the way it goes. And they are calling for some rain tomorrow. And the last part of this trail, it's pretty muddy, and like just a lot of bogs and a lot of beaver dams and stuff. So I think tomorrow's going to be a wet day. But that's all right. We'll deal with it. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to get some sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is 5:45. And it is pouring rain. It feels good to be in the shelter here while it's raining outside. I much prefer being in a shelter than my tent, especially in the rain. It's just a good feeling to lay here and listen to it rain. It's a good feeling, but it's also like, I gotta get out there soon and get drenched. right, we are on trail. It is a little after 7 o'clock, and I'm pretty much drenched already. God, this vegetation here's pretty overgrown on the trail, and it's all just dripping wet. But that is all right. So when I left the shelter this morning, I wanted to check out that waterfall again one last time before heading out. And I wanted to climb over the rocks and get close to it again. But since it's been raining all night, those rocks were really slippery. It might as well have been ice. I would have slipped. So I was a little bummed about that, but no big deal. That was a gorgeous waterfall. I wasn't expecting to see that on this trip, but was a nice surprise. Yeah, I didn't research this trip as much as I do some of the other trips I do, but I don't know, sometimes I want some surprises. You know, I mean, if you research a trip too much and you watch other people's videos and you kind of know everything that's coming, but I don't know, I kind of like a nice surprise, and it just keeps things interesting. And that waterfall was a nice surprise, that's for sure. So my right knee is hurting very badly. It's not good. It's not good. When I got to the shelter yesterday, I could barely even bend it. But I took 4 ibuprofen, my last 4 ibuprofen this morning, and hopefully that should get us these 9 miles back to the van without too much discomfort. And that blister on my right heel, it got a blister on the blister. But I popped it last night, cleaned it up a bit, and it doesn't hurt too bad. So we're beat up a little bit, but we're still doing good. I like when it rains sometimes, believe it or not. I just want to stop for a second and look and smell and listen. I want to look, smell, and listen. This is an awesome spot. This is the middle of the Adirondacks Wilderness. Early in the morning. Raining. It's wet. Everything's wet. I'm drenched. But I love it. All right, this is the last kiosk of the trip. Here's the register. There I am. Yeah. Whew. Be carried in, carried out. All right, I don't know if you can see, with a reflection on this map, but we started there, Wanakina. And then the first day we camped right there by Brandy Brook Flow. That was the first day. And then second day we swam in Cranberry Lake. We took a nice long break at Dog Pond. And then we ended up camping at Chair Rock Flow campsite. And then the third day we made it down to High Falls and camped there last night with that awesome waterfall at the shelter. It was really nice having that shelter. And then today, back to Wanakina. All right, I see the van. I see Bart. We made it. All right, so thanks again for coming with me on this Cranberry 50 adventure, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.